Breaking now, 3:30, Governor Jay Inslee live at Olympia giving an update on the state's response to the coronavirus crisis. Secretary of Health John Weisman right now speaking, but the governor just announced he plans to sign a proclamation banning businesses across the state from serving customers who are not wearing masks. That takes effect on Tuesday after the 4th of July weekend. Of course, we will keep following this, bring you any other breaking updates as they happen. You can also see an exclusive interview with Governor Inslee today coming up on KOMO News at 4 o'clock. Also developing now at 3:30, a warning from King County leaders about a possible resurgence of coronavirus. King County Executive Dow Constantine says he doesn't want to see the county move backwards in the reopening process as we approach the July 4th weekend.
We still need to limit activities. We still need to limit behavior. We still need to limit unnecessary interactions.
Health officials say the average number of daily cases here in King County has increased over the last week from 40 a day to more than 100 a day. Most of the new infections, though, as you might know, they're happening in young adults. Here's the latest count, or the latest count, that is, from the State Department of Health. The death toll is currently at 1,339, while the number of hospitalizations since the pandemic began is now at 4,402. In all, there have been 33,435 confirmed cases of COVID-19 across the state. Nearly 572 coronavirus tests have been given. 5.8% have come back positive, and that means more than 94% of the tests are coming back negative. Developing now this 4th of July, local leaders across the country are telling people to stay home, but not all gave that same advice for recent protests when tens of thousands gathered here in Seattle and other major U.S. cities. Sinclair National Correspondent Atra El-Nashar examines whether there's a double standard for the two events.
In the nation's capital, the annual 4th of July celebration at the National Mall is on. But D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser doesn't think the event, organized by the federal government on federal land, should happen.
We've communicated to them that we do not think that this is in keeping with the best CDC and Department of Health guidance.
That's much different advice than what she told protesters a month ago.
We simply all want to be here together in peace to demonstrate that in America, you can peacefully assemble.
Meanwhile, it's the same tune from Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti.
And fireworks displays have been prohibited to discourage gatherings. In terms of the protest, I have not seen any guidance from the county on that.
On Friday, the president will travel to South Dakota's Mount Rushmore to watch the fireworks, where masks and hand sanitizer will be distributed. Still, many criticize the president and Governor Kristi Noem for drawing a crowd of 7,500 people.
It's being put on by the government, and it is in that we should be setting an example. How are the demonstrations different from that? Those are an organic necessity of human rights.
Told those folks that have concerns that they can stay home, but we won't be social distancing.
South Dakota business owner and activist Vani Hariri says these celebrations and protests should be treated differently.
And one is life or death. And in this instance, it is quite literally a show.
We should demand from Democrats and the media an equal standard for everyone.
Many health experts are critical of both protests and 4th of July celebrations, saying they'll both contribute to spikes in coronavirus cases, encouraging everyone to stay home to stop the spread. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.
And here in Western Washington, many of our big 4th of July events have been canceled due to the pandemic, but some will take place in certain events. And we want to know if you're going. So this year, we're asking this on Twitter today. Are you planning on attending a 4th of July public gathering this weekend? Here are the results so far. We've gotten over 1,500 votes. 16% of you say yes. 84% say no. You can cast your vote right now on the KOMO News Twitter page for a list of what 4th of July events are canceled and which ones are still happening.